Hello and welcome back to Battlefront News. Today I have three pieces of news for you today. Our first piece of news is about DICE's new in-house mobile engine that is running Battlefield 4's Commander mode. Our second piece of news is that Star Wars Battlefront has appeared on the Microsoft Webstore. And our final piece of news is that Battlefield 4's system requirements have been released, perhaps pointing to the level of hardware you will need to play Battlefront on PC if it's released on that platform. So let's get straight into the news. Firstly, we have an interview from IGN with Patrick Soderlund, the executive at EA Games Labels, who is talking about Frostbite Go, DICE's in-house mobile engine. Frostbite Go, the mobile version of DICE's Frostbite 3 engine, will make its official debut later this year when it powers Battlefield 4's Commander mode. Patrick started by saying, "There's obviously a longer term goal with Frostbite Go. We think that we can push the boundaries on mobile as much as we're pushing the boundaries on console and PC in the long term. So this is the first Go, version 1. Versions 2 and 3, and we're going to start making games on Frostbite Go that will be featuring things that you've seen in the regular Frostbite code, like destruction and those types of things. We think we can do something dramatic there with the mobile sector and make real games on those machines." So this is Soderlund saying that EA has plans to make games on the mobile market on the Frostbite Go engine on versions 2 and 3. It also shows Soderlund saying that the mobile engine can support destruction and other features from the regular Frostbite code. Soderlund says Frostbite Go is basically the same tech base and code base as Frostbite, but with a different rendering solution, and then specific mobile features in it, like network traffic over 3G, touchscreen interface changes and those types of things. It's just a natural evolution. iPhones, tablets, Android phones are becoming a natural way for us to connect with our games, so we need to support it. We looked at other external technologies, but we had a bunch of guys that convinced me that building Frostbite Go was a good idea, so that's what we're doing. So Frostbite Go is basically a mobile version of Battlefield's and Battlefront's Frostbite engine, and supposedly will be able to do many of the features that its larger counterparts are capable of. Perhaps this could mean a Battlefront mobile game in the future. Now on to our second piece of news. Star Wars Battlefront for Xbox One has appeared on the Microsoft Webstore. Obviously the release date is placeholder, as we know now that Battlefront will be releasing in summer 2015. But at least this shows that retailers are starting to notice Battlefront despite it being roughly 2 years away from an unconfirmed release. The description of the product says, "Relive and participate in all of the classic Star Wars battles like never before. Play as one of a number of different soldier types, jump into any vehicle, man any turret on the battlefront and conquer the galaxy, planet by planet." Whether this description can be taken as truth of the game is unknown, but it does say that you can participate in all of the classic Star Wars battles like never before, implying something new has changed since the last Battlefronts. It also mentions different soldier classes and vehicles, along with conquering the galaxy planet by planet. This implies that Galactic Conquest will be making a return in the next Battlefront. Finally, on to our last piece of news. Battlefield 4's system requirements were released. As both Battlefield and Battlefront will be running on the same engine and are being made by the same developers, it is likely that the PC requirements will be somewhat similar. To put them into simple terms, it recommends a 6-core AMD quad-core Intel CPU, 30GB of hard drive space, 8GB of RAM, and a mid to high-end graphics card. So not unusual for Battlefield 4's stunning visuals and gameplay. I'm afraid that's all the news for today. If you want the latest news on Star Wars Battlefront, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.